What's up, guys? Lucas Morley here with Surf Training Factory, and as always I have
me, Salome, right here.
Awesome, guys. Well, today we're going to be talking about a surfer's healthy guide to good nutrition.
Yes, because nutrition is one of the most important things as a surfer and as an athlete in general. Eating right is going to boost your energy and
or bring you down.
Or bring you down,
depending on
what
what you're eating, right?
Yeah,
so
100%.
That's going to be like everything. What we put in our body is important. That it's kind of like that car thing, you know, where
oh yeah, like your the fuel of the car,
yeah,
whether it's good or not. Like if you have a Ferrari and then you have a Hyundai, you're obviously not putting the same fuel. It's the same thing with your body, guys. Our body is the car and the fuel is our food.
Correct. So just like we have here in the US, 87,
91.
89, there's a 91, 93, but most of these supercars take 93.
Yes.
I know like the Mustang Cobra, you take 93, so you can't put the 87 on it or it's going to slow it down.
Yeah.
It's going to be bad for it. So the same exact thing with what we put in our body is very, very, very important, and it can help you gain weight or lose weight depending on what you're consuming.
Yeah, and depending on what your goals are as well, depending on how much you eat. I mean, there's so much that goes into it.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's insane.
And if you're just surfing hours and hours and you're just crushing like McDonald's or something like that, that's not the best thing to do. Yes, your body's going to be burning off so much because you've surfed for 5 hours, but it's not the fuel that you would put in a Ferrari. And you got to start looking at your body as like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or something like that.
Whatever beautiful car that you've been dreaming of, we all did that. So
that's correct.
Whatever car that you want to be, just be that car.
That's right. So the first thing we want to talk about is actually carbohydrates, correct?
Or carbs, yep. However you talk about it, I guess. There's simple carbs and there's complex carbs, but carbs are really like pasta, rice, potatoes,
barley.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's important because it is actually stored as glucose, and then when there's too much carbs, it's stored as fat. So we can't eat too much of it, and we can't eat too little either. So
you got to be able to balance that out, right? So we have 3 types of carbs. Right?
Yes.
So these are the tough ones for some people to pronounce, and me as well, which is monosaccharide, polysaccharide, and disaccharide, right? So these 3 types of carbohydrates would be like glucose, table sugar, or fructose, right? No.
Yeah.
Sucrose. And then you are going to have the last one, which is going to be your complex carbs, which are like they're like starches, right?
Like your whole grains and everything.
And just like Salome said, the carbohydrate is going to get turned into glucose inside our body, and our brains are like, it's a ferocious glucose consumer, right?
Yeah.
And it's important to eat just the right amount of carbs for the energy that you're going to expend, right? Because what happens is when we consume too much carbs,
it becomes fat, and then it goes in your arms and your hips and your belly. Like, that's where you see it, guys. That's most of the time, the fat on your body is either from fats or carbs.
Yeah. So what you want to do is consume that bigger meal with the most type of carbs and stuff prior to your workout.
Yeah, so you can burn off that glucose and not store it as fat.
And it really depends on your body. Some people have to consume a meal 3 hours before they work out. Some people can do it within 30 minutes. So we get that question a lot. It's like, hey, I just ate this meal. When can I actually work out?
I would say like in 45 minutes to an hour is the average.
Is the average, yeah. And really in the long run, it's going to depend on your body and how much you consumed and what was in that meal, how heavy you feel or slow. Yeah. So depending on that, you want to...
I mean, if you're eating like a whole huge plate, you're going to crash. Like, it's just going to happen. It's like sugar rush, you're just going to crash. But if you're eating a normal proportion meal, then you should be fine working out after.
Correct.
So it's all like how much you're eating and how big is your plate. right proportions.
And everybody has different goals, right? So if
of course.
you're doing like a weight gain, muscle gain type thing, you're going to be consuming more. If you're doing like a weight loss type of program, you're consuming less calories, right? Carbs, fats, everything, right? All the macronutrients.
Right. So the simple carbs are like milk, sugar, fruits and veggies, but they're good carbs too, right? You want to eat fruits and veggies, and
not the cookies though.
Not the cookies. They're
Definitely
good
not
though.
the cookies. They taste good, but they're not good for you. So think about this. Think about everything that you've liked. Everything that tastes delicious is bad for you if you think about it. And I'm not talking about like, well, the exception of the people that love broccoli. They're like, no, it's like a French fry. No, you have issues. It's not a French fry.
Broccoli is my least favorite veggie, and I love veggies.
Right,
so.
but what I'm saying is, you can't, a lot of people love Mickey D's, Burger King's, In-N-Out, right? They love all those things, but
In-N-Out in California.
they're not good. That's not good,
So good
for you, even though it tastes delicious, right?
It's so bad. After that, you're like, I need to either go to sleep or I need to go to the bathroom. Like, it's just really bad.
Correct.
Every single time. And when you're not used to eating that, it messes up everything.
Yeah, if you're eating healthy all the time and then you start consuming that type of food, your body's going to tell you, like, this is not good for me.
This is disgusting.
Yeah.
Help me out.
Happens
here.
a lot too with people that actually go overseas and they start eating healthier foods like in
Yeah.
Costa or Nicaragua and stuff like that
The
because
food
it's
is so good.
homemade and you came from the US and your body just doesn't take well to it.
Yeah.
You start feeling sick sometimes, but it's actually a good thing because your body's saying like, this is the stuff I need. Let's get rid of that other garbage that you put in my body.
Yeah, for sure. And in America, it's really hard to judge like how much carbs is in your plate, and the proportions are really huge. I mean, we come
Always.
from other countries.
Yeah.
Every time we go out to eat in America, we leave with a to-go box.
You should
Every
almost always,
single time.
you should leave with a to-go box because you shouldn't be consuming that much food anyways.
Or we share because it's just so big.
And then there's no to-go boxes because it's two people spread out.
Right. So you guys have to understand that here the proportions are so much bigger for whatever reason, but don't consume it all even though it's on your plate. Take some home so you can eat it later.
Fact.
Don't kill yourself.
No, don't kill yourself. All right, so we talked about the simple carbs and now the complex carbs.
So they're like your beans, your whole grains, your peas, and your veggies. Your veggies are actually simple and complex carbs. So, but the pastas and everything like that is all in the whole grains, and it's all with the complex carbs. That is the one that you want to kind of narrow down a little bit more than the other ones.
Well, whatever bad carbs there are, stay away from it. Like the cookies, the crackers, and all that stuff, period.
Yeah, that's true.
So moving on to the next section, we're going to be talking about protein, which is crucial for your body.
Oh, you need proteins in your body.
Yeah, 100%. It's like the building block,
Yeah.
Anytime you work out or you train hard or you surf for many, many hours, we tear our muscles, like, right, from lifting weights and stuff like that. So by consuming that protein, that's what's going to help us rebuild the muscles after all that time that we worked out.
And maintain it. And your tissues, guys, I mean, like, not your tissues to blow your nose, just so that we're aware. Your tissues, like, your muscles are actually with muscle tissues, right? And you need to maintain that and rebuild it as well than the muscle. I mean, there's so much in the human body. It's crazy. You guys, it's a lot.
So the protein is something you definitely want to be consuming, and people will say different things like 1 gram to 1.5 grams of protein per lean body weight, and that depends on if you're building muscle or if you're not building muscle, right? But you should be consuming at least 1 gram per lean body weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're an athlete, you should at least be consuming that. So really take that into consideration if you're going to the gym and you're surfing. If you're surfing for 7 days out of the week, take that into consideration. Yeah, not in Florida, maybe in New Smyrna, but that's not always perfect waves.
Yeah. So your proteins help the creation of your hormones too when you're sleeping, like melatonin, testosterone, estrogen, like all these hormones, guys. They need help to create themselves and to keep building. So the proteins actually help that. I never knew that until I researched a little bit more, and I was like, oh, proteins actually help with hormones? That's pretty cool.
Yes.
So, and they help, they break down your amino acids, and then they're used for every metabolic process in your body, right? So proteins are like the most important thing you want to eat.
Right. Even though we do need carbs, fat, water, and protein.
Yeah.
Protein is like essential for rebuilding your muscles and a lot of the other body parts and functions of the body parts, right?
Right. And like we talked about, if you want to lose weight, a low carb, high protein diet is probably going to be the best thing for you.
Correct.
For sure.
1000%.
Even if you're not trying to lose weight, I think it's a great way to maintain your
just consume the minimum amount of carbohydrates, and you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
You know? Because you do need the carbs for energy. So if you don't have that energy, you're not going to be able to surf long. You're not going to be able to go to the gym and work out. You're just going to be depleted. You're going to be exhausted.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure.
So let's cover a couple different types of protein. So animal protein.
Yeah, everything that's meat, poultry. Did I say it right?
Poultry.
Mm-hmm. Fish, eggs, dairy products, everything that comes from the animal obviously is animal protein, right?
Correct, yeah.
And it has all the amino acids that your body needs. So it's important, even if you're vegan. There's contraries with whether it is good or not.
If you're vegan, you're not eating these things. You're not eating the meat or anything like that.
You're not eating any animal protein.
The best thing for somebody that is a vegan and they want to kind of make up that protein that they're possibly not getting from all the vegetables and the fruits and stuff like that would be to actually consume a daily tablet, kind of like a multivitamin thing, but of a B complex, right? So you want to consume that B complex. And also, another good idea would be to have like a soy type of powder, protein powder. Yeah, soy protein powder. So if you're vegan, you can consume the soy protein powder to make it up, and also a B complex vitamin as well to help you for your protein. Those are like two crucial things that I'll always tell a vegan that they have to consume to make sure that they're getting that protein intake into their body.
Yeah, for sure. And everybody else that's not vegan, you can eat meat, fish, eggs,
yes,
dairy products. You should, and you should eat it not in big quantities, but you should eat it more than carbs.
And not the red meat, even though it's delicious. I love red meat. It's okay, Everything really in moderation. It's important to have that.
As long as your proportions, your moderation is okay, then you're good to go.
Right, so now we're going to talk a little bit about the plant protein, since we kind of covered a little bit of the vegan thing.
Yeah, so like quinoa, my favorite, tofu, lentils.
I love lentil soup. Lentil soup is so good.
Oh, we grew up with that, so that's why. Soya beans, nuts and seeds, super, super great for your protein intake as of plant proteins, right?
Yeah, and the powdered soy protein powder is very good for you too. Yeah.
Love it for sure. So you need to have those proteins even if you're eating animal proteins, because it has a whole different aspect, right? You need to have all kinds of proteins together for your body to have all the amino acids possible.
Correct. 100% amino acids are everything, the building blocks of the protein.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Moving on to the next thing, which most people hate, is fat. Right? Fat. You don't want to have fat. You don't feel good when you have fat. You don't look good when you have fat. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I just mean that
everybody
doesn't look good.
Yeah, nobody likes fat.
So it's very important to understand the different types of fats and which you should consume and what you should not.
Because you need to consume some fat.
100%.
Whether you like it or not, you need to consume some fat, because that's just how it is. Our body needs it, whether we want or not. It's just a part of it.
Yeah, but there's healthier fat and fat that you need to stay away from.
Yeah.
All the time. Right?
Of course. Yeah.
Right? So, what do we have? Saturated fat, unsaturated fat. There's trans fat.
There's so many types of fat. I mean, which ones are good? Which ones are not good? Lucas, help us out.
All right. Well, saturated fat is a fat that you will actually consume through like different meats and stuff like that.
Yes.
Through
so
animal products.
Yeah, so you can't get away from it because it's a part of the meat. So
no, but for some of you guys that have eaten at a Brazilian restaurant, or you guys have eaten picanha and stuff like that, they come with a juicy piece of fat,
it is
which
the best part too.
Tastes delicious.
So good.
So bad for you.
Yeah, we
but
always
so
have to
good
chop it up.
in your belly. It tastes delicious. So, you know,
Exactly.
that is a saturated fat that you're going to consume that is good for you, but not, what I mean is not that big piece of fat that's around that steak. You need to get rid of that. And whatever else fat that's in the steak,
that you can't get away from.
that is okay,
yeah.
right? That is okay for you to consume. So saturated fat, very, very important. What you want to do though is stay away from trans fat.
Trans fat. Worst fat ever.
Just 1,000% like try to stay away from it all the time. And I mean, this is going to be like French fries. It's going to be
I love French fries.
donuts.
Donuts are good too. See? All the good things, guys.
Cookies. That's what I'm saying. All those good things that taste delicious are the worst for you. So when you start thinking like, man, that is so good, is it really
how much
healthy
trans fat is
for
there?
me? Right. So again, cookies, crackers, pastries. All those French pastries.
No.
Yeah, those, you know, they're not good for you at all. So very important that you understand that you want to stay away from these things. Margarine, cake, all those as well.
Yeah, but guys, we're not saying like don't ever eat it. You can eat it once in a while.
Yeah.
Just don't kill yourself over like, I can't eat this at all. Like, no, you can once in a while. Don't
Restrict
yourself.
Depends on
100%.
how you are eating, how you're living and everything like that. Can you go and have a brownie? Can you have an ice cream? I do. 100% I do. I can have it whenever I want to. But again, am I putting in the work behind it? And the rest of my meal, what do they look like?
Exactly.
That is completely fine.
You can have your brownie, but then, you know, you need to make sure that everything else is on point.
Yeah, like wine. Like the sugar from the wine is not good for you. But can you consume wine? Yeah, you can consume wine. There's also some positive benefits to drinking wine as well. But all in moderation.
Yeah, everything's on moderation. Exactly.
Awesome. So what else? Very important too to understand that some of these fats are going to produce the LDL bad cholesterol and then the HDL good cholesterol, right? So
like avocados full of fat, but it's good fat. That's why we use the avocado oil and then we eat avocados because they're good fat.
Right. Now, something that you should probably stay away a little bit too that will that can raise your cholesterol would be like palm oil, coconut oil as well.
Coconut oil too?
Yep, cocoa butter.
Never knew that.
Yeah, so you know, most bodybuilders and people that you know are worried about their physique all the time, it's actually a good person to follow, even though it's not the body type that we're looking for as surfers.
Yeah.
They know so much about the body,
They
they
do.
understand so much, and a lot of them will use the olive oil for cooking.
Olive oil is the best. The virgin olive oil is what I use all the time.
Correct. Awesome. So now you guys understand a little bit more about the fats and kind of what to stay away from.
Stay away from trans fat completely.
Stay away from trans fat completely. And now we're moving on to vitamins.
So your body produces vitamins in itself, right? But like vitamin D, you can go outside in the sun and you'll have a little bit more. All the other vitamins, either your body produces enough or you're gonna need to take some vitamins in the morning.
100%. Yeah, I recommend you always taking a multivitamin in the morning to make up any of the vitamins that your body's missed through the different meals that you've eaten.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
So it's very important that you do that. And again, for example, a vitamin would be the B complex for a vegan. But everybody, every athlete, child or adult can consume a multivitamin in the morning. It's very important to do that.
It'll be the best thing for your body, honestly.
Yeah, actually even too, and this is not mainly a vitamin, but more of the pills thing would be amino acid pills that you can buy.
That's a good idea.
Because that's something
there's a
else.
powder for that too.
There's powder too. Powder pills, whatever you can eat.
Whatever you want.
So pretty much, you know, it has to be supplied in your diet, that extra vitamin.
Yeah, because it helps with your energy levels. Your energy is gonna go up or down. Like if I don't have any vitamins in my body, I am not in the mood to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a part of it, right? So you have to have that certain vitamin so that you can have the energy and you can go surf 7 days a week.
Yes.
So
if you don't live in Florida.
hey, maybe this week we'll get to surf 7 days. Well, we didn't surf yesterday, so that doesn't count. It's already over.
We didn't surf yesterday because really no ankle slappers. And if we drive 4 hours away, yeah, there is. But when you have life and you have work and you have things to do, you really can't just pick up and go, right?
No.
Exactly. Awesome. All right, moving on to the next one, which will be minerals and trace elements. Minerals, crucial. All these things that we're talking about are super important for your body. Minerals like chlorine help make digestive juices. That's pretty crazy, huh?
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, that is.
See how your body is so crazy?
Yep. Phosphorus helps build strong bones.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, very important.
Trace elements, only a tiny amount of it is needed. Okay?
Yeah, you don't need a huge amount of trace elements. And salt. What about salt?
Usually no more than like 2,400 milligrams per day.
Guys,
Yeah.
there's salt in every single meal that we eat.
And all those boxes that you get that said have the sodium amount in there, you got to take a look at those things too.
Yeah, not very good. Usually the sodium is like super high, the sugar super high, and you're just crying in front of the box.
So there's really a lot that goes into the food and how much should I eat for protein and how much should I eat for fat and how much should I eat for anything and how much water should I drink. You know, again, in the water is, we tell anybody any clients that we're working with for fat loss, right? They want to lose weight. We say you have to drink 1 gallon of water per day.
Per day.
Because the water is gonna act like a
flush.
Like a flush. Yeah, it's gonna flush out all those bad nutrients. It's gonna get everything out. The more water you drink, the better for your body.
For sure. So we recommend that you eat 1.5 to 2 cups of vegetables per day. And the more colorful it is, the more vegetables you're eating. And then 2 cups of fruits per day.
Yep.
Which is really not that much, guys. Like, it's maybe like 2 hands full, like 2 of my hands. It's not that bad.
No, but you do want to consume the fruits earlier in the day than later in the day. As you're winding down, you don't want to come back home.
No, because they're full of sugar, they're full of energy, but they're good sugar.
100%.
So
but
you want
still,
to eat it.
You want to eat it earlier versus like after late afternoon, like you're going to start eating the banana or the apples or strawberries and berries. Consume it earlier throughout the day as you're burning off that sugar as well.
Yeah. And use fruits as your snacks.
100%. Fruits and nuts as a snacks are a really good way to go.
Yeah. For sure.
So guys, thank you guys for being part of this last episode here. I hope you guys understood a little bit more about nutrition and how important everything is.
And if you have any questions, you guys let us know, because we can't stay here for like 3 hours talking to you guys about everything. So there's a lot more that goes into it. So if you have any questions, let us know and we'll be able to help you guys out.
Yeah, comment below, share these videos, let other people know about it and, the things that we're doing in the community for the surfers. It really helps us out. It really helps you guys out, your friends, family, whoever is paddling out, right?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, guys, we'll see you in the lineup.
Tuesday.